Mississippi. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Ole Miss Rebels. Restate of State College, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we're checking with her right now.
Well, guys, the Arkansas head coach told me before the game he is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Running inside, it's Smith. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Dropping back, it's Hill. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted in the first drive, ends with the pick. Got some room to run. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
Finds his man. Touchdown, Ole Miss! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Smith takes the handoff. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The run inside. It's Smith. Got enough for the first. Got a little grass. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he tacks on the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Great place to start for this offense. The give is to Smith. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Running behind that left side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Hill. On target. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Going to the run, it's Smith. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
To the air on 2nd down. Has it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Well, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Arkansas. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they take over with great starting field position, moving 36 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Still on his feet at the 45. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Might be changing the route.
Go, magic.
Wants to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. There's some room. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones, both in the...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a crease. It's Lacey. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. At the 45, on its way. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
We always talk about Yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Scrambling away. That's it, fly. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Running inside, it's Lacey. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it. That was a great call. First down.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Escapes the pressure to his right. This one's complete, and he's knocked down.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here.
Smart decision. It's 3rd and short in the red zone. It's not there. You throw it away, and now you put it on your head coach. You want to go for this? On 4th, or are we kicking a field?
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Rebels. On the sideline, got it in the end zone.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Rushes on him. Buried before he could blink.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Looking for a man. It's Hill. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's Watkins. Breaks into the open on the left. And Hill take it in and house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you've got to respect him. You've got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run inside. It's Lacey. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Stepping to the right. On the move, he fires. That's caught. It's Odom. Oh, he found a space on the right. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Hill. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. Trying to keep the drive alive. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Leaping grab for a big gain. He is in. Touchdown Razorbacks.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He lofts one down the sideline. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Takes it the other way. He's at the touchdown, Arkansas. A pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Myers on the move. Complete in the middle. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires it down the seam. He's got it inside the 15. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. In the red area, it's Lacey. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Moving out to the right. Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 8 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Longhorns getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. And talk about a great start to the season. This team is now 6-0 with big aspirations. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Pac-12.
And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Good, solid tackle.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They'll try to power their way ahead. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Get a hat trick of touchdowns as a Razorback running back, and they start bringing up names like Alex Collins and Madre Hill and Darren McFadden.
How unbelievable is that? Just to be mentioned with those kind of names, that shows you what kind of day this young man's having. Running the football with authority. Arkansas fans, I can promise you, are proud of this young man.
Rebels offense is back on the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the big fella. How about just steamrolling the defense? And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
To the air on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. On the run, it's Russell. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Trying the left side. Here's a little room there. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. From the red zone, it's Smith. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play ball. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And guys, as if this offense didn't have enough problems on a third down, now the false start makes it 3rd and long. To throw, it's Hill. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Got some room in it to the goal line. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the pummeling has started.
It's a phenomenal effort on 3rd down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You gotta love that.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Lacey. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry up. They're going to ride this running back. Might have a chance. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable 3rd down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a 1st down and he gets you another 1st down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
Looking to throw on 1st down. On the run, deep down the right side. And he's got it at the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Run in the red zone, it's Lacey. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak, it looked like it was ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around. And more drives like this is what's needed.
Attempt coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
The Razorbacks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. The run inside. It's Smith. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. At the 20. Touchdown Rebels! This defense making a big play, putting it in the end zone.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. They're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
Spits it out to the back. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Number 17, set to kick off.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. Makes a move. Delivers the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but gets the ball across the 50 to the 49. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Russell. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. The Land Sharks Dropping back, it's Hill. Moving away from pressure. Throwing on the run. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Pulls it in. It's Alexander. He goes out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. He goes right back to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Rebels in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They just keep firing. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Here's a throw downfield late. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer,
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all time.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about